Yeah, hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh, vlogmas has gotten me looking so shady on this channel, like really. But anyway, I hope everybody's well, everybody's good. Man, what a beautiful morning. I'm busy having my water. This is my second 600 milliliters of water. Make sure that you drink your water if you just want to just feel good about your day. So I just read the word and it just spoke to me. I just enjoyed my morning. I was listening to this other podcast that I listened to by Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen, I think he's a pastor, reverend, or prophet. I don't know, but he's American. I think most of you guys would know him. And his sermon today was investing in your future. So my mornings, every morning the first thing when I wake up, I always have I had a routine of the first thing that I do when I wake up. I switch on my mind. Let me switch off this TV because it's reflecting in the back and it's irritating me. Yeah. So the first thing that you do when you wake up, you set your intentions, right? But before, for the past how many years? I think for 5 years, my routine was I wake up, Kipula Instagram, because that's when Instagram really hit hard for us in South Africa. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, you're busy already into the things of the world instead of being you. So now what I've done is that I wake up, I drink my water. Okay, I go to the loo, I drink my water. I open a podcast, and it has to be a self-development podcast, and I listen to a sermon, and I read the word, I read a book, and then I go about my day. Oh, then I pray, then I go about my day. So this one that I was listening to today, he was talking about investing in your future. Everything that you do, invest in your future, like in terms of everything, your happiness, your decisions. If it's not making you happy, leave it aside. You'll not grow if you're busy looking backwards. And that's me. I'm one person that's always like, had I done this? That's why I always try my ultimate best to do the best decision. Not what I have to do that, but I do the best decision because I'm always thinking, oh my goodness, this has to be better, so that when I look back, I'm happy. And if I make a decision that doesn't work out for me, I always look back. Had I done that, had I done that, had I spoken to whatever, had I thought of this, and that's something that I'm trying to leave behind. And this word spoke to me so much that he said, you will not, there's no way that you build something while you're still looking backwards. So if you really want to build a future, and if you want to build a bright thing, if you want to harvest a beautiful tree, a beautiful flower, you can't think about those that you did not properly water, put in the sunlight, nurture. No, you have to look forward and say, this has to be the best one, and do the best for it to be the best. And I loved it so much. And I'm busy reading this book, who moved my cheese, if I'm not mistaken. And I like that book. It's small, né? It's so small, but you have to really meditate on it like you would meditate in the word of the Lord. It's so small that it gets you thinking. It's about 2 rats or mouses or whatever that are in a maze and two little human beings looking for cheese. In the beginning, they had this cheese, they enjoyed it. The next thing they come back, the cheese is not there. So anyway, I'm in Sekileka Zoom. So now this part where I was reading, and it was exactly the same after reading, listening to a podcast. I read a book, then I seal it with the Word of God, and that part of the book was where this guy is saying how if like you should know or be able to smell when the cheese is no longer fresh. Yeah, it was actually saying that spoke to me, because in the middle of the book they're busy looking for cheese, and they want that one that one that they had that was nice, and they're not thinking, we're not gonna get it, what, and they can't find it. And this other one is busy getting revelations, and he says, but you should be able, and you every time you write a quote on the wall of the maze, you should be able to smell it, because I know with me sometimes I stay in still situations, because I'm a Libra, I'm loyal, I believe in staying in things until they work out, but you can't. And the book that book told me that if the cheese is moved, move on and look for greater things. Don't be moved by fear. Don't be led by fear and say, oh, what if I don't get it, and think the worst. Because remember the podcast that I was telling you about, that the sermon that I was talking about, that invest in your future, don't look back, always look forward, always be positive. This book was also saying the same thing. It's so crazy. God was just speaking to me that look forward, invest in your future, and be happy. And to be honest, vlogmas, I was kind of like scared. The one person I like telling, when person changes, when a person impacts my life, I listen to them, and I always reference them. Dipula Mufugeng, she watches my YouTube channel like crazy. I've never met her, but I know her on social media. You would swear that we know each other. She's one person, when I started my YouTube channel last year, girl, vlogmas, please give us some content, what. And I was like still scared at the time. And this year, even when I did it, I was still scared. During lockdown, she was like, girl, can you please give us some vlogging? And I was like, yeah, hypo, you know. Now I'm thinking, when I did this vlogmas, I was still not like, yeah, I already know what I'm gonna do. I've always been that person that I want people to get it. It might be relevant, but I wanted to impact people, to truly influence, not just influence by I influence, but there's nothing positive that you do. So I want my vlogmas to be positive. That's why I'm showing you. This is how I wake up. I have a toque on, I change my pajamas, I'm wearing a t-shirt and tracksuits, and go about my day. I work from home, and this is my life. And when I'm investing, when I read those podcasts and that book, and it said that, I thought, this vlogmas, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna invest in it. I'm not going to be negative about it. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to record every moment. And I recorded in this moment where I'm telling you about my daily routine and what I read, and what impacted me, what influenced me, what touched me this morning with you guys. And I think somebody will take it with them. And it might be 10 minutes and maybe 15 minutes of their time, but they'll feel like, yeah, girl, you really did change my mindset, because mental health is the most important thing that you need for you to move forward. And what causes mental illness and disease is always reflecting back and always regretting and not being focused on your future. Because that's the thing, with the older you get, you're not excited about the future anymore, because you're always reflecting back, and that's not investing in your future. And you staying in stale situation, that's not investing in your future. 30 years of your life is gonna pass by, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, now I'm old, because you were stuck in that situation. So just move. So my vlogmas is just going to be that I think my audience also, they're around that age 25, from age 25. So we're trying to figure this thing called life, that we thought that is perfect. Wow, we were so positive and we were investing in our future, but you kind of like get stuck where you don't invest in your future because you know so much and you experience so much. So don't let your experiences define or ruin you from investing in your future. Grow every day, be positive, and just push, man. I was reading the book of Isaiah this morning, and also the word that the Lord also gave me was also very close to the books that I've shared with you, and it was chapter 62 verse 1 to 5. It reads, "For Zion's sake I will not keep silent, for Jerusalem's sake I will not remain quiet, till her righteousness shines out like the dawn, her salvation like a blazing torch. The nations will see your righteousness, and all kings your glory will be called by a new name, and that the mouth of the Lord will be strong. You will be a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your Lord. No longer will they call you deserted or name your land desolate, but you will be called Hephzibah, and your land Bula. For the Lord will take delight in you, and your hand will be married." So this one was just also stamping it, man. Stamping it that great things are yet to come. God is rooting for me, and my future is bright, and God has already given it to me. God has already given it to me with his mouth, with his hands, and I will just be a jewel. I'll just be an investment to myself and everything that's around me, and I will possess what's mine, man. And it's a new me, it's a new home, you know. So everything that I read today was just about me. Self-development, and God was just showing me that don't sit in one situation if it's not working, and ask the spirit of discernment and say, God, can I just move forward? 2, my patterns should be aligned with my principles. 3, I should know that God has everything in his hands, and he has the best for me, and he has already given to me with his mouth in his hand, and it's a new home for me.